Morning begins the same way for most people. A quick breakfast, a cup of coffee with sugar, maybe toast or a muffin on the go. Lunch comes wrapped in plastic, fast, convenient, familiar. Dinner is comfort, something fried, something creamy, something that feels like home. And in all of this, there's a silent poison hiding on your plate. It doesn't burn, it doesn't sting. It feels warm, comforting, safe. But every bite you take sends a quiet signal deep into your gut, a signal that says, inflame, swell, react. The truth is, the damage doesn't come from what you eat once in a while. It comes from what you eat every single day. The foods you trust, the flavors that remind you of childhood, the habits that feel harmless, but slowly they're breaking you from the inside out. Your gut is the heart of your health. It's the soil where everything begins. Energy, immunity, even your mood. But when that soil is poisoned, the roots suffer too. And those roots are the delicate veins around your rectum. They swell, they burn, they bleed, and you call it hemorrhoids. The irony is cruel. What you think is nourishing your body is quietly feeding your pain. It doesn't happen overnight. Inflammation grows in silence, like a flame that hides under ashes. At first, you just feel heavier, then bloated, then a burning that you ignore because life doesn't stop for discomfort. But your body keeps whispering again and again, what you're eating is hurting me. And the more you silence that whisper, the louder the pain becomes. Doctors see it every day, people trying creams, pills and surgeries while still eating the very things that keep them sick. Because the truth no one tells you is simple. Your gut and your hemorrhoids are one story, one system, one fire spreading from the same spark. And that spark begins in the food you eat. So today, we'll look at 3 foods you probably eat every day. Foods that hide behind comfort, sweetness and routine. The first one is the sweetest lie of all. It looks innocent, tastes like happiness, but it's fueling the fire that keeps your pain alive. Stay until the end. Because once you see it, you'll never look at your plate the same way again. Most people think the gut is just a tube, a place where food goes in, nutrients come out, and the rest is waste. But your gut is far more than that. It's an entire ecosystem, a world of its own. Inside, trillions of microscopic organisms are working together every second. They digest, repair, protect, and communicate with your brain. They decide how well you sleep, how you feel, even how much you crave. And when that ecosystem is disturbed, everything changes. Your gut isn't just connected to your digestion, it's connected to your heart, your blood, your mood, and yes, to your hemorrhoids. Because the veins that swell and hurt down there are the same veins that depend on healthy, free-flowing circulation in your gut. When your intestines are inflamed, that circulation slows down, pressure builds, blood gets trapped, and what started as a small irritation becomes pain that won't go away. It's like a city where the streets are blocked and traffic piles up. Nothing moves freely anymore. Everything inside starts to swell, strain, and ache. The gut is your control center. When it's balanced, the whole body thrives. When it's inflamed, the whole body suffers. But inflammation rarely begins with a sudden injury. It starts quietly, meal after meal, with foods that don't look dangerous, but wear the body down over time. If your gut were a garden, these foods would be the toxins that poison the soil. And when the soil is poisoned, the roots, your veins, begin to rot. That's why creams don't heal, and painkillers don't cure. They only silence the alarm for a while the real problem keeps growing underneath. You can't rebuild a house if the foundation is cracked, and your gut is that foundation. Every emotion you feel, every bite you take, every habit you repeat, it all flows through there. It all decides whether your body is healing or hurting. And the biggest offender, the one that silently feeds inflammation more than anything else, is the same thing you've been told gives you energy. It's sweet. It's addictive. It's everywhere. Let's talk about the first food on the list, the one that keeps your gut inflamed and your hemorrhoids alive. Sugar. It's in your coffee, in your yogurt, in your healthy granola bars. It hides in salad dressings, sauces, and juices that claim to be natural. Sugar has become the invisible guest at every American table. It promises comfort, warmth, and a burst of energy. But what it really gives is inflammation, fatigue, and pain. When sugar enters your body, your gut reacts like it's under attack. The delicate lining that protects your intestines begins to break down. The good bacteria, the ones that calm inflammation, start to die off. And the bad ones, they multiply fast, feeding on the constant supply of sweetness. Inside, a quiet war begins. Your gut becomes a battlefield of imbalance, where every spoonful of sugar fuels the wrong side. And that war doesn't stay in your gut. It spreads through your blood. The sugar thickens it, slows it, makes it sticky. Your circulation weakens. The veins that carry blood away from your rectum, the same veins that cause hemorrhoids, start to swell under the pressure. You feel it as burning, itching pain that comes and goes. But the real problem isn't down there, it's inside. Sugar feeds the fire that never stops burning. It keeps your body inflamed, your veins tight, your digestion sluggish. And the cruel part? It's addictive. The more you eat, the more your body craves it. Each bite gives you a rush, a false sense of relief, and then leaves you lower than before. You think sugar gives you energy, but what it really gives you is exhaustion. Your gut becomes tired. Your blood becomes heavy. Your cells stop healing the way they should. And in that exhaustion, your hemorrhoids find the perfect environment to grow, swollen, irritated, and constantly under pressure. The sweetness that comforts your mind is the same sweetness that destroys your body. But there's hope, because the body is forgiving. The moment you stop feeding the fire, it begins to heal. Your gut lining rebuilds, your blood thins, your inflammation fades. When you choose fruit instead of processed sugar, your body recognizes the difference immediately. Nature's sweetness heals. Artificial sweetness burns. And when the fire of sugar finally dies down, you'll notice something you thought you'd lost. Calm, lightness, relief. But there's another kind of fire still burning, a silent, oily blaze that seeps into your blood every time you fry, saute, or drizzle. It's not sugar this time, it's something worse. The second food on our list, refined vegetable oils, the liquid fire. It shimmers in the pan, golden, smooth, familiar. It makes food crispy, rich, comforting. But inside that shimmer hides a poison, a liquid fire that burns your body from the inside out. Canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil. They sound harmless, even healthy, but they're not. They're industrial products, not real food. Each one is extracted through chemical solvents, heated to extreme temperatures, stripped of its nutrients, and then bleached to look pure. By the time it reaches your kitchen, it's already damaged, oxidized, unstable, toxic. And when that oil enters your body, it doesn't nourish, it corrodes. Every drop is like a spark of fire traveling through your bloodstream. It irritates your cells, inflames your gut, and weakens the delicate walls of your veins. Your blood thickens, your circulation slows. The veins near your rectum, already sensitive, start to swell. That's the pain you feel after eating fried food, that dull, heavy ache, the throbbing after a big meal. It's your body trying to put out the flames you keep feeding. Doctors call it systemic inflammation, but you don't need a medical degree to feel it. It's the heat in your belly after fast food, the bloating after a greasy snack, the fatigue that follows something fried. Refined oils have become the silent base of the modern American diet. They're in chips, dressings, sauces, breads, even in foods that claim to be healthy. And while your taste buds celebrate, your gut is screaming. Every reheated drop of oil adds to the fire. Every processed bite pushes your body deeper into inflammation. It's not just about digestion, it's about circulation, balance, life itself. You can't cool a burning body if you keep pouring gasoline into it. But there's another way, because not all fats are the enemy. Real fats heal. Olive oil, avocado, coconut, nuts and seeds in their natural form. These are the oils of life, the ones that rebuild what the others destroyed. They calm the gut. They restore the blood. They bring balance where the fire once burned. Your body doesn't need you to be perfect. It just needs you to stop burning it alive. And when you do, the inflammation fades, the pressure drops, the pain quiets down. But there's one more food, The hardest to give up because it feels like comfort itself. It's soft, warm, and smells like home. Yet it's slowly trapping your body in a cycle of constipation, pressure, and pain. The third food on our list, refined flour, the daily prison. It smells like home. Fresh bread, warm toast, soft pasta, sweet muffins. These are the flavors of comfort, the foods that remind you of peace. But hidden behind that warmth lies something that slowly traps your body in pain. Refined flour. The daily prison. It looks innocent, even pure. White, soft, perfect. But it's been stripped of everything that made it real. No fiber, no minerals, no life. Just starch, bleached and broken, waiting to clog your gut from the inside. Each bite moves through your body like glue. It sticks to the walls of your intestines, slowing everything down. The natural rhythm, the peristaltic wave that keeps things moving, weakens. What should flow freely becomes heavy, dry, and stuck. And that's when the pressure starts to build, inside your abdomen, inside your veins, until it reaches the most fragile point, the veins near your rectum. Those veins swell. They fill with trapped blood, pushed by a body that can't let go. And what you feel as burning, itching, or bleeding is really your body trying, and failing, to release what's been held too long. Refined flour is more than just empty calories. It's a thief. It steals water from your gut. It dries your intestines, hardens your stool, and forces your body to strain. Every push, every moment of effort at the bathroom is pressure against veins that are already inflamed and begging for relief. And you feed that pressure every morning, every sandwich, every plate of pasta, every cookie that feels like love but behaves like punishment. It's not the bread itself that hurts you. It's what the bread has become. Once, grains were whole, alive, rich in fiber and nutrients that healed the gut. Now they're hollow, refined into nothing but glue and sugar. You think you're feeding yourself, but your gut is starving for something real. And yet, it doesn't have to stay that way. Because the body forgives, even after years of silent damage. The moment you stop feeding the prison, your body starts to break the chains. Fiber brings movement, water brings flow. Real food brings life back into your gut. Replace the white bread with whole grains. Trade the pasta for vegetables. Add color, texture, and nature back to your plate. You'll feel the difference, not just in your digestion, but in your energy, your sleep, your mind. Because when your gut moves freely, your whole body breathes again. You can't heal what you keep feeding. And once you stop feeding the things that trap you, healing finally begins. Now that you know the 3 foods that destroy from within, it's time to take the next step, to rebuild, to restore, to give your body what it's been asking for all along, peace. Healing doesn't begin with a miracle, it begins with a decision. A quiet moment when you finally realize you're tired of fighting your own body. For years you've been feeding the fire without knowing, sugar that inflamed, oils that burned, flour that trapped. 3 simple foods that promised comfort but delivered pain. But your body has never been your enemy. It's been your ally all along, doing its best to protect you, to adapt, to survive everything you put it through. And now, it's ready to heal. The human body is extraordinary. The moment you stop attacking it, it begins to rebuild itself, cell by cell, layer by layer. Your gut lining repairs, your blood thins and flows freely again. The veins that once throbbed with pressure begin to rest. You can feel it, the lightness after a clean meal, the calm after a week without sugar, the quiet when the burning fades. That's your body whispering, "Thank you." It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens consistently, faithfully, when you choose better. Each sip of water, each bite of real food, each moment of calm. Healing isn't about perfection, it's about permission, giving your body permission to rest, to recover, to breathe again. Replace fear with awareness, replace guilt with patience, replace punishment with care. Your body listens, it always has. And when you finally feed it what it truly needs, natural food, movement, rest, It rewards you with the peace you've been chasing for years. No cream, no pill, no surgery can do what awareness can. Because real healing starts when you stop poisoning yourself, when you choose life over convenience, when you remember that what you eat becomes who you are. So today, look at your plate not with guilt, but with power. Because now, you know, the same food that hurt you can also save you if you choose differently. Breathe, eat slowly, listen to your body. It's not broken, it's waiting for your care. Your gut can heal, your pain can fade, your peace can return, and it all begins with your next bite.